All property that is acquired during a marriage is subject to division in a divorce. South Carolina has an equitable apportionment statute that determines how property is to be divided. There are 15 separate factors that must be considered when a court is making a decision to divide marital property. Retirement accounts are subject to division just like any other piece of property in a divorce. All retirement accounts that are acquired during a marriage or a portion of a retirement account that is acquired during a marriage is subject to equitable division. Generally, inherited money is not subject to division in a divorce. However, if the person receiving the money somehow commingles it with marital funds or uses it in a significant way to support the marriage, it can be subject to equitable division. Generally, a home that is purchased prior to a marriage will remain separate property and not subject to division in a divorce. Sometimes, however, a home does become part of the marital estate, and it's going to turn on the intent of the parties. A court is going to determine how the house was used, the contribution to maintaining the asset or paying the mortgage by the person that didn't purchase the home, in making a decision whether or not that the home should be part of the marital estate and divided accordingly. Credit card debt is just like any other marital property. All debt that was acquired during the marriage, whether it be a credit card debt or a personal loan, is going to be subject to equitable apportionment. A court will generally determine that the marital residence needs to be sold and any assets or debt divided equally. However, if the parties have an agreement, they can do many different things. One person can buy out the interest of the other person. The parties can sometimes even jointly own the property for a period of time and then sell it down the road and divide the asset at that time. Automobiles, RVs, watercraft and boats, motorcycles, these are all subject to equitable division in a marital estate. A court is going to divide these properties just like any other piece of property. However, some of it's going to have debt. The person who takes the property is responsible for paying the debt. If there is no debt on the property, they take the property free of any debt, and all of this is factored into the ultimate division of the marital estate. Retirement accounts and pensions are divided just like any other marital asset. However, they need to be divided by way of a qualified domestic relations order in order to avoid taxes and penalties. Military retirement is also subject to division, again, just like any other marital asset. It's done by way of a court order called a military qualifying court order.